Finding a sponsor is going to be the hardest and most important thing you can do to get into falconry, even besides the legal aspect. The first place to start for finding a sponsor is contact your state club and your state wildlife department. Generally, they keep a list of people that are willing to sponsor individuals. That is not the end-all list. You generally want to try to meet as many falconers as possible. One of the things you should also do is go to a number of falconry meets or picnics and talk to a lot of falconers, because you're trying to find someone who you are a good match for. Even on that list of people that are potential sponsors, they're not going to sponsor somebody, number one, they don't like, number two, they don't get along with, or someone they don't think they should be a falconer. And all three of those things happen. So you need to convince somebody that you are worth their time. And that is going to be your hardest thing, is because as a sponsor, you're agreeing to take on a responsibility of teaching this individual. And if anything goes wrong, it looks bad on you. And it's also taking a lot of your time. And time is a precious thing. Falconers already found a way to fit the time to fly their birds into their schedule. And now you're trying to take some of that time away, especially during the hunting season when the days are shorter. The biggest thing when you contact a falconer is don't immediately ask them to sponsor you. The answer is going to be no. You are a stranger. Why would I agree to sponsor you? Your best bet is ask if you can come hang out, talk to them, meet them for coffee, see the birds. Say you're thinking about getting into falconry, but you're not sure if it's what you really want to do. Because we get a lot of individuals that say they want to be falconers, and after a day or two of hanging out with an actual falconer, they're like, this isn't what I want to do. I want to hold a bird on my arm. I don't want to go out in the cold and go in the briars and all that kind of stuff. And that's okay. It's not for everybody. And that's life. Some people, they do better off, go do education, go do rehab. There is nothing wrong with that. There are plenty of fine individuals that do that. I fly birds all the time. And that's going to be an issue for whoever my apprentices are, because I fly a lot. I fly 5 to 7 days a week. So if I have someone come to me and say they can only fly Saturdays and some Sundays, I'm not a good fit for them, because they're not going to fit the requirements that I require for their bird, for fitness and everything else that I expect. And so them reaching out to a larger group of individuals increases the chances of finding somebody they match. Another example would be I don't fly kestrels. I know several falconers that are really good at flying kestrels. If I have somebody that says that is what they want to fly, where they live, that is the most abundant thing they can hunt with, they have a largest prey base for them, and that is the best option for them, go them. I'm going to send them down the road to another falconer that does better with those, because I want to set them up for success. I can teach them the basics of falconry and all that, but I'm not going to teach them to be the most successful with that species, because it's not one I have experience with. And that goes to another point. If you could find a group of falconers that's to hang out together, even better, because it gives you a larger pool of knowledge to pull from. And if something happens, like your sponsor's on vacation or something like that, there's another individual you can contact that will help you with those things.